Alright, what's up guys? I'm going to show you guys how to install Shoutcast and Winamp today to DJ on RawkinRadio.net. So it's really simple. It's going to take about 5 minutes to set up and you'll be ready to go. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to open up your browser window. It doesn't matter what browser you use. You can use Internet Explorer, you can use Firefox. I obviously use Firefox. So once you open up your browser, you're going to point your browser to shoutcast.com. Once this loads up, you're going to see this page right here. What you're going to click now is Broadcast Now. Once the new page opens up, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom pretty much until you see Shoutcast DSP plugin for Winamp. Once you see this, you're going to click Download Now. And if you run Firefox or anything like this, you're going to save the file. I usually save it to the desktop. It's just easier to find that way. So, save it to your desktop, click save. I've obviously already got it, so I'm going to overwrite it. Once it's done, you can close out your browser window. You're not going to need it anymore. Now you're going to go to your file that you just downloaded, and you're going to double click it. This pops up if you're running a later version of Windows, like I'm running Windows 7, so I'm going to click Run. You'll see this window pop up right here. Click Next. And then you're going to see the terms. Just press I agree. Now here for the destination folder, what you're going to want to do is this has to be wherever your Winamp is installed. So if you installed Winamp to the default directory, you shouldn't have to change this. However, if you did change it, you're going to want to point this to wherever you installed Winamp at. Then you're going to click Next. You can leave documentation. It doesn't matter. Or you can uncheck it. You're not going to really need it. And then press Install. It's really fast install. It's a super small plugin. You're going to want to leave both of these checked. Okay, so once we're done, press Finish. You notice that Winamp opens up and you've got, your Shoutcast source. This is the window right here that is going to be most important. This is how you're going to be DJing. If this little box right here, the null soft Shoutcast source didn't pop up, you're going to go to Options, Preferences, and DSP Effect. You'll see null soft Shoutcast. Just double click it, and as you noticed, it reloaded. If it wasn't loaded to begin with, it should be there now. Now to set this up, you're going to see these 4 tabs up here. You're going to have Summary, Output, Input, and About. Now for Summary, that's just going to show you, say if you're connected, you'll notice that your inputs will be popping up all around here and everything. And it'll show that your output 1 is connected. Obviously, we're not connected right now. So to set yourself up, this is the most important part that you're going to have to notice. You're going to go right here to Connection. Okay? Now, when you become a DJ here, we're going to give you a text file or an email or something that has the address, the port, and the password. Okay? We're not going to put this in here for security reasons. We're just going to leave it as is. But once you set this up, you're going to go to your Connection tab. Under Address, right here, you're going to put in the IP address that we give you. Same with the port, same with the password. Now, your automatic reconnection on connection failure. As a DJ, you're probably going to want to set this to about 1 second, okay? If not more. This is just so say you get disconnected, it'll automatically reconnect you, so you won't lose too much time. Once you get used to this, you could drop it down to 0. If it becomes a problem and the auto DJ or whatever is not able to connect or somebody's not able to take it off of you, bump this up to maybe 5 seconds. You could change that anytime. Now you're going to want to leave, or when you fresh install this, it probably won't be checked, so make sure that this is checked right here. Use Shoutcast V1 mode for legacy servers. Rawkin Radio runs on legacy servers, so this must be checked. If it's not checked, you're going to have issues. You won't be able to connect. So once we have all the info here, you should be good to go. Then you're going to go to your yellow pages. Okay, right here you're going to want to make sure it says it's public. That's just so people can find it. It'll be listed on Shoutcast and all this other stuff. Now right under name, you're going to put your DJ name and your radio show name. Something that looks kind of like this. For the URL, you're going to obviously put RawkinRadio.net. And for your genre, you've got a big old list here of whatever you want. Metal, whatever you play, or if you play a mix, leave it at miscellaneous. Now, for this, if you use AIM, you'll put your AIM name, ICQ. I don't know anybody who uses ICQ, but if you do, feel free to do it. But For IRC, you're going to put pound Rawkin radio. That's our IRC channel. Now for this right here, you're going to want to leave both of these checked. Use Winamp. If that's not checked, you're going to have to send updates. For whatever song's playing right here, you're going to have to do that manually. So if you want to do it automatically, you just press that check mark right there, and you're good to go. And that's pretty much it for the yellow pages. That's your information that's going to be relayed through rawkinradio.net. Now, you're going to go to encoder. You're going to set your encoder type to MP3 encoder and your encoder settings to 128 44.1 stereo. Now say you've got, your connection's not the greatest, you might want to drop this down to maybe 96. So either 128 or 96, that's what we're going to do. If you've got a pretty bomb connection, you'll definitely be able to stream at 128, and that's our preferred. So once you've got all that set up, that's pretty much it. That's how you set your stuff up. Now say you're on air. Right now it says status not connected, meaning we're not on air. Once you're connected, you'll notice that there's a number here that's going up, and it's counting up. It's saying how many, how much information is being sent and how long you've been connected. That means you're connected and you're good. You're on air, you're connected to our streams, and you're ready to go. So, say you're on air, you're playing songs, and you want to talk. You obviously hear our DJs, they're on air, they do shows, they talk. So, you're going to go to your input tab up here, and your input device, when it says Winamp recommended, that's what's playing over here in Winamp. That's the songs that are playing. So that's what they're going to hear is what's playing. So say you want to talk on your microphone. You're going to hit this, and right now it says no available capture devices because it's obviously in use because I'm making this video right now. But normally this will say sound card input. You're going to click sound card input. So that it locks, and all you have to do is press to talk. You notice that the little green things are bouncing around up there. That means it's getting input right now. So we know that we're getting sound. It's talking, blah, blah, blah. We're all good. So that's about it. Once you're done talking, all you do is switch it back to Winamp, and you'll notice that nothing's bouncing around anymore, but that's because I don't have music playing. If there was music playing, those little green bars would still be bouncing around. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. That's all you got to do to DJ here on Rawkin Radio. So if you have any questions, hit up one of the staff members. They'll be glad to answer your questions, and we hope you enjoy DJing with us.